Hello NinBuzz, how are you guys doing today? My name is Shadow of Resho Gaming, and I am here today to bring you the next episode of Community Choice. Last time we asked you guys what your favorite mask was for Majora's Mask, so let's just go ahead and jump right into the results. Coming in at number 5, we have the Goron mask with 7% of the votes. You get the Goron mask after you put Darmani's spirit to rest, and you can use it to transform into a Goron, which you can roll around with and go off of ramps, or you can use it to traverse places you normally couldn't get to. You can also use punches and kicks, which are a little bit more powerful than your normal sword, but they are also a little bit slower, so it's kind of a cool mechanic to have in the game. I definitely think it's better than the Deku mask, but it's probably not as great as the Zora mask, so it's probably a good spot for number 5. And coming in at number 4 with 10% of the votes, we have the Stone Mask. The Stone Mask is a mask you can get once you have the Lens of Truth. You can get the Stone Mask from a soldier that's laying in this weird patch of rocks, and pretty much the whole story behind the Stone Mask is it will turn you invisible to enemies and most people. So if you're ever in a situation, if you're in a guard situation where if you get spotted, you get thrown out, you can use that mask and you'll pretty much be invisible and you can walk right past everybody, so it's really useful if you're in a tight spot or if you're low on hearts, you just put it on and you should be good to go. Although it doesn't work everywhere in the game for some weird reason, and I don't know, they some weird magical reason they say in the game or whatever. So it's a pretty useful mask to have. It's definitely one of the top tier masks in the entire game, which is why it's number 4, and it's well deserved. And coming in at number 3 with 14% of the votes, we have the Zora mask. The Zora mask is the 3rd transformation mask you can get in the game, and you can also get this mask from, I'm gonna pronounce this name wrong, please don't kill me, Mikau, the Zora dude. Anyway, you get it from him because he's dying on the floor, and you use the Song of Healing on him, and you put his spirit to rest, and he gives you the Zora mask, and with that you can go into the water and swim around like a Zora. It really helps traverse waterways, especially in the water temple. Even better I think it works better in the 3DS version than the 64 version. I kind of like the changes they made to it. I know everyone's kind of iffy on it, but I personally like the changes they made to it. Even though you can't really spin dash under the water without using the magic meter, I don't think it's too big of a drawback in the game. It's definitely one of my personal favorite masks in the entire game, except for probably the number 1 spot, which we'll get to later. And coming in at number 2, we have the Fierce Deity Mask with 19% of the votes. The Fierce Deity Mask is one of the last masks you can get in the game. You get it right before the final boss through events I won't go through because spoilers, but pretty much it turns you into the most powerful beast in the entire game. You can pretty much destroy most of anything. It helps you destroy Majora's Mask. And if you have Hyrule Warriors, my god, it turns you into a wrecking ball of destruction. You can cut the moon in half. The freaking moon that haunts you in the entire game, you can cut it in half in Hyrule Warriors thanks to the Fierce Deity Mask. How is that not awesome in itself? I mean, really? But it's still definitely not as deserving as the number 1 spot at all. And speaking of number 1, coming in at number 1, we have the Bunny Hood at 35% of the votes, skyrocketing past every other mask in the game. This one got well over 130 votes. The Bunny Hood is definitely one of the most useful masks in the entire game because you're pretty much always using it. You get the Bunny Hood from Romani Ranch from doing some weird chicken party parade thing. And once you do it, you get the Bunny Hood, and pretty much what the Bunny Hood does is it makes you run pretty stinking fast, probably 2 or 3 times faster than you normally would, and it's incredibly useful, especially early on when you don't have an opponent or you don't really have the Goron mask. Also, it looks so adorable. I mean, look at those bunny ears. How could you not think those are adorable? Alright, enough of my crazy antics. Let's go ahead and move on to next week's question. We've asked you guys before what your favorite home console was, but let's take it somewhere else. I'm going to ask you guys this week, what is your favorite Nintendo handheld console? so that can go anywhere from the Game Boy all the way up to the new 3DS. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description so you can see the full list of handhelds throughout the years. There's definitely a lot of good ones. Handhelds have always been a really awesome addition to Nintendo. They've never really done a bad handheld, so it's going to be really interesting to see the results of this week's episode. Who knows, maybe there'll be some weird surprises in there. I have no idea. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I have been Shadow. You've been NinBuzz. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to NinBuzz already, and follow them on Twitter at NinBuzz. And if you haven't followed me on Twitter, you can do that at Resho, or subscribe to my personal channel, and there'll be a link somewhere. It's in the normal spot. So don't forget to leave a comment below what your favorite Nintendo handheld system is, and I will see you guys next week where we go over that on the new Community Choice.